Hi, I'm James Schillinglaw. I'm still here at Virtuoso Travel Week in Las Vegas. We're nearing the end of it, and I'm here with Juan Vela, who is one of the owners of Grand Velas Resorts in Mexico. And if you don't know this group of properties, you should. It's one of the best all-inclusives, maybe in the world, and incredible food. We're going to talk to Juan about his properties, as well as what's new, and everything he's telling the Virtuoso agents you're going to hear right here on Insider Travel Report. Now, Juan, first of all, I have to say I have been to the property. I've one in Las Cabas. It's a wonderful property. I interviewed your son, which is amazing.
Yeah. He looks like me.
He does look like you, and we had a wonderful interview, and I had a wonderful stay. It was it's the first time I've had a chance to stay at Grand Velas Resorts, and it really is very special. The food is incredible. But let's talk a little bit about what are the resorts you have today.
We have 6 resorts, 3 Grand Velases. We have one only adults Casa Velas, all-inclusive also in Puerto Vallarta. And we have Mar del Cabo. That's where my son is now.
That's the smaller property.
Yeah, the smaller property. It was one, we did buy it. It was, I think it's the oldest construction in the area. It's beautiful, it's unique. It's only 48 rooms.
Yeah, we saw it, but I was staying in the Grand, so it was great.
Right.
Yeah.
And now we are starting the construction of another resort, also only adults.
In Cabo, right?
In Cabos. This will be an EP, and it's besides Mar del Cabo. So
you got a little empire right down the coast there. It's pretty amazing, yeah. Now, so you'll then have, 7 properties when that comes in?
Yes.
Any plans for even future expansion, or?
Not today, but for sure.
I'm not trying to push you to get even more hotels.
No. We take things slowly, but with a lot of dedication. We make sure that everything we open, it really works.
And it does. I got to tell you, your wonderful properties. And one of the things I want to highlight was the food. Is the food. I have never had better food at something that calls itself an all-inclusive in my life, and you really focus on that, right?
Right. Yeah, well, the name all-inclusive is something you cannot take away from you. It's like an EP. The difference is that if you say EP, you can say Four Seasons, or you can say Holiday Inn. That's EP. Both of them are EP. The all-inclusive concept, you thought that everything was the same, The idea was volume.
Right.
We are not that.
No, you're not volumes. In fact, most of your properties are, you got the small EP properties, but most of your properties are how many rooms?
Well, the largest, which is in Riviera Maya, which is 550.
That's
pretty really, but it's really 3 resorts in one.
Oh, okay.
Because we operate, we have 3 different registration areas, lobbies, and 3 different managers. So we really are looking at 3 different hotels in the same area.
No, I've never had a chance to stay there. I've been down to Riviera Maya quite a lot, but you're always full. You were doing very well pre-COVID, and I haven't been down there since. But all the properties are amazing, and all have great spas too. So.
Right, they do. We have the best spas in Mexico. We came up with the first really spa, and when we opened Riviera Nayarit. Before that, there was no spas. It was just a steam room.
Right. So you've really pumped it up there. So you do have that property in Riviera Nayarit as well, right?
Right. We have one in Riviera Nayarit. Grand Velas, we have one in Riviera Nayarit, one in Riviera Maya, and one in Los Cabos.
And they are amazing properties. And I always tell people, if you really want to eat well, and sometimes every restaurant was good. I was crazy.
Yeah. Well, it's designed like that. When we design the concept of the Grand Velas, is designed as something that you would do if you were one of the best EPs, the luxury EP, and you decide to go in the all-inclusive way. That's the way you would do it. Okay. So that's our thought is, what would I do if I were the owner of one of those hotels? Okay. If I wanted to become an EP property, what kind of experience I want to have.
You would have a marquee restaurant.
Oh yeah,
that's right. You do, and in fact, some of them are really. Some of them are kind of Michelin starred, right?
All of them are designed to be the best restaurant in town. When I'm talking town, I'm not talking Puerto Vallarta like a town. I mean, I'm talking town like any great capital in the world.
Mexico City, New York, whatever.
Anywhere. So, and you have to have enough restaurants like that, so that at night you always have room for any of your guests, even if you are full. Yeah. Which is a different concept than by being EP. When you're EP of the luxury EPs, you have one great restaurant.
Right.
But we don't have one great restaurant. We have
at least several, at least three that I tried. We were only there for 3 nights, and every night it was great.
The Riviera Nayarit, which is the one that has less, has 4. 4 night restaurants plus the all-day restaurant. So you have to really give that experience, a culinary experience, that it's something that people that it's willing to go to an EP and go to the best EPs, and he wants to experience the all-inclusive, he will learn that it's same kind of experience they will expect.
And then beyond the dining, you have wonderful accommodations. The rooms are incredible. Talk a little bit about those, because it's really special.
The first thing that the designer we have is they have to be over 1,000 square feet. So the whole idea of the size, whenever you go to a room, you get that feeling of grandeur. And you also, one of the things that we put a lot of attention into it, because whenever you are going into one of these properties, your balcony has to become part of your experience.
Right.
You know, you have to be secluded so nobody else is looking at you. You have to have a great view.
And we did in Cabo. Yeah.
Okay, yeah. Every suite in Cabo has a direct view to the ocean. So the experience has to be unique, and that's the way we design it. As a matter of fact, we do design the hotels, we build them, and we operate them. So we know
all over. This is not a franchise operation.
No, it isn't. It isn't. It isn't. And I'm very proud to say that the people that work for the company, they feel that name of the Vela Resort tattoo on their body, because they're very proud that we are a Mexican company, operated by Mexicans, and they are the ones that really give that feeling that makes us unique. That's why we're number 1 in TripAdvisor in most of the resorts.
I would agree. I mean, there are a lot of great all-inclusives out there. They're getting even better. I mean, you used to think of all-inclusive, I didn't want, that meal. Everybody's getting better, but I have to say you are one of the top, if not the top, in terms of your dining and everything else, and just the whole ambiance of the resort, which is a different story. And you're a small company, but you said you're all Mexican company, but you are ranked, I think, as rightly so, as one of the best all-inclusives in the world, right?
Right. Yeah, and one of the things that we are a small company, because if we get the number of rooms that we have, it's 1,500, but every one of our rooms will cost 3 times more than one normal room, 3 to 4 times more. So if you put that together, that's over 4,500 rooms in investment, so it's not that small.
It's not that small because your rooms are bigger. Now, is there anything else? What have you been telling travel advisors here, and what do you want to tell our travel advisors about more about Velas and Grand Velas Resort?
Well, number one, it's very easy to have a beautiful resort. The only thing you need is a good architect and money. Mm-hmm. But that doesn't make the hotel any good.
Right.
What makes it is the experience that you have, and that's where we specialize in making that experience unique.
And the service. And the service was amazing too.
Yeah. But when I'm saying experience, services has to be part of it. Right. You know. So in Grand Velas, for example, one of the segments that we put a lot of attention into is families.
Okay.
And if you work with a group of people, like family or friends, that unique experience, you don't feel threatened if you're sitting in a big table and somebody wants to have the best wine, and another one wants to have a lobster, and the other one has a salad, and they don't know how to split the bill between them.
Yeah.
So here you don't have a problem. You have the best of the best, and nobody has to worry about how much you paid for it because it's all included.
That's amazing, and it is a great place. And you can, and what you mentioned a point. These are family-friendly resorts. So you had the one that's couples, but mostly they're family, right?
Well, it depends on the time of the year.
Okay.
You know, there's family time for traveling, and there is couples time for traveling. So we're ready for both of them.
Right.
We have the experience. We take care of the babies up to the teenagers. So we have baby concierge,
Right.
we have teens club, and we have kids clubs. And we came with the concept of teens club.
Right.
You know, we're traveling with your family and you have teens.
Sure.
Yeah, that's
Tough.
Yeah, that's tough. And when a teen tells you, I'm bored, you're done. So we make sure that they're not bored. And that's part of one thing experience. You know? We're always thinking on what to give you to have a better experience. And we always come with different ideas and concepts. If I start coming and telling you each one of them, I'll spend half an hour saying that. So,
you know what? One of these days we'll come down and we'll go down. You can show me all the experience, because I got a lot of the experiences in those 3 days, but
Right.
I've always wanted to go back either to Cabo or to your property in Riviera Maya, or any of them. Really, it sounds wonderful. Now, what's your URL? Where can travel advisors find out more about the resorts?
Well, we have a Velas Experts program that the travel advisor can go and have that first experience. We're always in connection with the travel industry. We work a lot with Virtuoso, work a lot with all of the wholesalers. So we are close to everybody. We have a great group of people, our sales team that is in the States. And
there's always the website quickly, but then go to your place.
Oh, yeah. They can call our contact center. We give all the information they need.
Absolutely. Well, Juan, I want to thank you for taking the time.
Thank you.
I hope we had a good show here. We got 1 day left, and then our feet are starting to go, and we're going back and forth between two different resorts. Not quite the same as your resorts. It's a little bit more space in this place. You're walking forever, I tell you that much.
Well, and one of the things that I wanted to tell you is we think of the travel advisors as our partners. We understand the luxury business. A travel advisor has a client that would travel with them, with the recommendations to all the travelers during the year and during the years. So we have to make sure that when they come back after staying with us, they will say to the travel agent, that was a great recommendation you made to us. So that's how we have a lot of partners, because we had a lot of clients or their clients being happy with our resorts. So that's our number one thing in our mind. Make sure that when they go back, they give great stories about their stay.
Well, Juan, again, thank you for taking the time. It's a busy time here at Virtuoso. We're racing around, and go check it out. Go see. I'm sure you can set up a fam to one of the resorts, see it for yourself. Go talk to their sales team, do their travel advisor program, and find out more about this really unique collection of all-inclusive resorts. And I can tell you, having been there, it really is a very special place, and they all are. I'm James Schillinglaw, and this is Insider Travel Report.